Hello friends, welcome to ACE Tutorials. Today we are going to discuss marginal value of K and frequency of sustained oscillations in stability analysis. Let us see what is marginal value of K or K margin. The value of K for which the system becomes marginally stable is called K margin. In Routh array, for a system to be marginally stable, one entire row of zeros must occur. The value of K, which makes the entire row of Routh array 0, is the marginal value of K. It means, suppose in characteristic equation, if we have the term K and when we form an array from such characteristic equation, we will get row of equation containing K. Now for this row containing K equation, we need to find the value of K such that the entire row becomes 0. This value of K is called the marginal value of K. We need to follow certain conditions to obtain K margin. First condition, K should not be equivalent to 0 in row of s to the power 0, as this will eliminate one coefficient of s to the power 0 and hence would make the system unstable. That means in the array, the last row s to the power 0 row, in that we should not consider K equal to 0. If I do that, then the system becomes unstable. So remember, in the last equation, that is in s to the power 0 row, we have to consider K not equal to 0. Always we need to consider K greater than 0. Next, you can see the second condition. The value of K should be such that it makes any row of Routh's array as row of zeros other than s to the power 0 row. As I said in the first condition, if I take the s to the power 0 row as 0, then the system becomes unstable. So to avoid that, other than s to the power 0, whatever the rows I have to take an value of K in such a way that it can make that entire row to 0. Let us understand this marginal value of K concept with an example. To understand the concept of marginal value of K or K margin, in this example I have considered fourth order general form of characteristic equation. Fourth order general form of characteristic equation can be represented as a0 into s to the power 4 plus a1 into s to the power 3 plus a2 into s to the power 2 plus a3 into s to the power 1 plus K is equivalent to 0. In this characteristic equation, the term K is given. First, we are going to form the array for this characteristic equation. For that, we know that we need to consider the highest power of s from this characteristic equation. In this, the highest power of s is s to the power 4 that I have considered here. The other powers of s I have taken in decrementing order. You can see here s to the power 3, s to the power 2, s to the power 1 and s to the power 0. And now next we are going to form the two rows from this characteristic equation directly. That we know that in the first row we are going to take the even coefficients, that is a0, a2, and in this you can see that I am having in place of a4 I am having the K coefficient that I have taken as it is K here. So a0, a2 and K, or else you know the other way. First we are going to take the first value here a0 and the second alternate value is a2, I have taken that, and this s to the power 2 alternate value is K I have written here. Either you consider the first form or second form and then form the array. Now to form the second row, we know that we are going to consider the odd coefficients, that is you can see here a1, a3, and we are not having in this a5, therefore I am considering that as a 0. You can see here in the second row I have considered a1, a3 and 0. In this way we are going to form the two rows, and we know the procedure to form the third row. We are going to multiply a1 into a2, a1 into a2 minus a0 into a3, a0 into a3 whole divided by a1, whole divided by a1. This value I have equated to b1 and I am representing here this b1. So in the numericals we are going to substitute whatever the value we are going to get single value directly here. Next we are going to multiply a1 into k, a1 into k minus a1 into 0, 0 whole divided by a1, whole divided by a1. That means a1 get cancelled, I will get k. Now here I am getting individual term only. So instead of equating to some variable, I am directly writing this k value here as it is. Now we are not having any other coefficients, therefore I am going to get the third value in this third row is 0. Now we are going to form the fourth row. We know the procedure. We are going to multiply b1 into a3, b1 into a3 minus a1 into k, a1 into k whole divided by b1. Now I can equate this value to some variable like c1, but I need this k equation for next to find the k margin value. Therefore I am writing this value here as it is, that is b1 into a3 minus a1 into k whole divided by b1. Now next, to get the second term in this row, I am going to multiply b1 with 0 and a1 with 0. That means I am going to get here 0 only. So last, to get the last row, we are going to multiply this term with k and minus b1 into 0. As we know, whenever we multiply and in the diagonal if you have the 0, directly we can write the resultant value, the above value, that is k. So in this we are going to write the k. So we have formed the array. Now from this we are going to find the k margin value. So first we are going to consider the last row, that is from s to the power 0 row. From s to the power 0 row, we know that we have to consider in this case k greater than 0. We should not take k equal to 0. Always for s to the power 0, it should be k greater than 0. Now next, from s to the power 1 row, we need to follow this procedure. We will go step by step. Now from s to the power 1 row, I have to consider this equation. Now in this I have to take a k value in such a way that it should make this whole value to 0. For that, from s to the power 1, I can take this equation. You can see here p1 into a3 minus a1 into k whole divided by b1 is equivalent to 0. Now this term I will take to the right hand side. Then b1 into a3 minus a1 into k is equivalent to 0. This b1 multiplies with 0 and becomes 0. Now this term I will take it to the right hand side. Then b1 into a3 is equal to a1 into k. Therefore you can see here k I will get, k is equivalent to b1 into a3 divided by a1. So this k is nothing but k margin value. So k margin is equivalent to b1 into a3 divided by a1. This is the k margin value we got. Now in the problems, this coefficient value will be given. When we substitute that, we will be getting some value. That value says that this is the k margin value for the marginal stable. Make a note, when we are finding the k margin, in this I got only one k value. Sometimes in some problems you may get quadratic equation. That means you may get 2 k values. At that time you should remember that two limits are going to consider for the stability of the system. So now in this example I got only one k value. So therefore that k margin is equivalent to this value we are going to consider. Next, in the question he may ask to find the range of the k margin. So when he asks to find the range of the k margin, then what I need to do is I need to take this equation. I have to consider greater than 0. This equation I have to consider greater than 0. From that I am going to get the range of the k margin. You can see here I will be taking this equation. I am considering greater than 0, that is b1 into a3 minus a1 into k whole divided by b1 greater than 0. And now this b1, if it goes to the right hand side, then we are going to get b1 into a3 minus a1 into k greater than 0. By taking this term to the right hand side, we are going to get b1 into a3 greater than a1 into k. Now you can see here, now this a1 value I will take it to the left hand side. By that I will get b1 into a3 divided by a1 greater than k. So I got some value greater than k, and from s to the power 0 I know that k is greater than 0. So looking into that, I can write the range of k margin, that is, you can see here 0 less than k, that is k greater than 0, and you can see that this value is greater than k, that means b1 into a3 divided by a1. So by equating this equation greater than 0, we have got the range of k margin, that is 0 less than k less than b1 into a3 by a1. Remember, if you are finding first itself range of the k, the limit itself the k margin value. You can see here k margin is equivalent to b1 into a3 divided by a1, and in this range also you can see that 0 less than k less than b1 into a3 divided by a1. So in this way we are going to find the k margin and range of the k from the array. Now next we'll see the frequency of sustained oscillations. Frequency of sustained oscillations denoted by omega. Now by substituting the k margin as k in the auxiliary equation a of s is equal to 0, we obtain the magnitude of imaginary roots. This magnitude of imaginary roots indicates the frequency of sustained oscillations. For an example, now here we got the k value, k margin is equivalent to b1 into a3 divided by a1. For this k value, we are going to consider the auxiliary equation. As you can see in this array, when I substitute the k margin value, this whole row becomes 0. As we know, once we get the complete row 0, the above row we are going to consider as a auxiliary equation. So now in this you can see auxiliary equation, we are going to consider b1 into s to the power 2, that is a of s is equivalent to b1 into s to the power 2 plus the alternate of s to the power 2 is s to the power 0, and along with that s to the power 0 the coefficient I am having k. So s to the power 0 is 1, 1 into k is equivalent to 0. That means here I got the auxiliary equation b1 s to the power 2 plus k is equal to 0. Now we are going to substitute here the k margin value, that is we got b1 into a3 divided by a1 is equivalent to 0. Now from this we are going to get b1 into s to the power 2 is equivalent to, this term will take to the left hand side, minus b1 into a3 divided by a1. Then I'll be taking this b1 to the right hand side, then I'll be getting s square is equivalent to minus b1 into a3 divided by b1 into this term is a1, this get cancelled. I'll be getting here s square is equivalent to minus a3 divided by a1. So now we know that this value will be s is equivalent to root of minus is plus or minus j root of a3 by a1. This is the value I am getting, and here frequency of sustained oscillation is remember s is equivalent to plus or minus j omega. This omega is the frequency of sustained oscillation. Compare this with this resultant value, that is we got s is equivalent to plus or minus j root of a3 divided by a1. You can see here the omega value is root of a3 divided by a1. So we got the frequency of sustained oscillation, that is you can see here root of a3 divided by a1. that is in radians per second. So this is the frequency of sustained oscillation. So in this way we are going to find the frequency of sustained oscillation for k value. Next we will try to understand this concept by solving one problem. For system s to the power 4 plus 2 into s to the power 3 plus 4 into s to the power 2 plus 3 into s to the power 1 plus k is equal to 0, find range of k, k margin and omega at k margin, that is frequency of sustained oscillations at k margin. So in these three things we need to find. One is range of k, k margin and frequency of sustained oscillation at k margin. For that first we need to form the array. As we know that we need to consider the highest power of the s from the characteristic equation, and you can see in this highest power is s to the power 4. I have considered that here, and other s power terms I have considered in decrementing order, that is s to the power 3, s to the power 2, s to the power 1, s to the power 0. First we are going to form the two rows directly from the characteristic equation, that is in this you can see that a naught value is given, a naught is equivalent to 1, and a1 value is equivalent to 2, and a2 value is equivalent to 4, and a3 value is equivalent to 3, and then a4 value is equivalent to k, and a5 a6 is 0. Now I am going to form the first and second row by considering these coefficients, and we know that in the first row we are going to consider the even coefficient, or we can say the alternate coefficients. So first even coefficients we are going to consider in the first row, that is a0 coefficient, a2 coefficient, and then a4 coefficient. In this you can see I have got for a0 coefficient the value is 1, a2 coefficient the value is 4, and a4 coefficient the value is k. So whatever the even coefficient values are having, that we are going to consider in the first row. So a0 value is 1, and a2 value is 4, and a4 value is k. Now for the second row we are going to consider the odd coefficients, that is a1, a3. I am not having in this a5, that I am going to consider as 0. A1 coefficient value is 2, and then a3 coefficient value is 3, and a5 here in this case is 0. Now I am going to form the third row by considering these two rows, and we know the procedure by multiplying this term with this, that is 2 into 4 minus 1 into 3 whole divided by 2. That means 2 into 4 8, 8 minus 3 5, 5 by 2 is 2.5. I am getting here 2.5. Next 2 into k minus 1 into 0, 2 into k minus 1 into 0 is 0 whole divided by 2. In this 2 to get cancelled, I will get an k value. And the shortcut method also we know, when I am multiplying when I am multiplying diagonally, if I get 0, then the resultant value is above value, that we can write directly here k. Even I have showed by simplifying here. Now next we don't have any coefficient, then this value I can consider as 0. Now to get s to the power 1, I am going to multiply 2.5 into 3, 2.5 into 3 minus 2 into k, 2 into k whole divided by 2.5. That is I am getting here, that is I am getting here 2.5 into 3 is 7.5, 7.5 minus 2k divided by 2.5, 7.5 minus 2k whole divided by 2.5. Now I'm not having any other coefficient here, that is I'm having 0 coefficient, therefore when I multiply I will be getting here 0. Now to get s to the power 0, I'm going to multiply this value with k and this 2.5 value with 0. And as I said, whenever I'm multiplying diagonally, if you find any 0 value, directly I can consider the above value as in resultant value, that is k. Now this is the array I got. From this I'm going to find the first range of k and then k margin, and then I'm going to find the omega at k margin. To find range of k, as I know, first I need to consider from s to the power 0 I'm getting k greater than, I have to consider k greater than 0. Next, from s to the power 1 I'm getting this equation, that is 7.5 minus 2k divided by 2.5. So here I have to find range and k both. So I will write first greater and then equivalent to 0. First I will consider greater than 0, this value greater than 0, to find an range of k. So 7.5 minus 2k whole divided by 2.5 greater than 0. By taking this 2.5 to the right hand side, I will get 7.5 minus 2k greater than 0. This will become 0 here. Next, by taking 7.5, next by taking this 2k to the right hand side, I will get 7.5 greater than 2k. Now by taking this 2 to the left hand side, I will be getting 7.5 divided by 2 greater than k. So this 7.5 by 2 I am getting here 3.75 greater than k. Now as we know, from s to the power 0, k, first we are considering k greater than 0, that means 0 less than k, k greater than 0, and here you can see that 3.75 greater than k, that means 3.75 greater than k and k greater than 0. The range we got, the first solution, that is 0 less than k less than 3.75. The system will be stable for this range, that is 0 less than k less than 3.75. Now next solution, we need to find k margin. For that, this equation equal to 0. To find the range, we have considered this equation greater than 0. To find the k margin, we are going to consider this equation equal to 0. By doing this, you can see here, we are going to get 7.5 minus 2k. By taking this 2.5 to the right hand side, I will get here 0. Now next step, 7.5, by taking this term to the right hand side, we will get 7.5 is equivalent to 2k, and by taking this 2 to the left hand side, that is 7.5 by 2 is equivalent to k, that is k is equivalent to 3.75. so this k is nothing but k margin. K margin is equivalent to 3.75. Now to get the third solution, that is frequency of sustained oscillations, I need to consider the auxiliary equation from the array. Now you can see in this array, now when I substitute k value, that is 3.75, this whole row becomes 0. Now once this row becomes 0, we know that the above row we are considering as a auxiliary equation, that is 2.5 along with s square. First we are going to consider a of s is equivalent to 2.5 s square plus the next value. You can see that the alternate of s to the power 2 is s to the power 0. S to the power 0 is 1 into k. So next value I am writing k is equivalent to 0. Now I got the auxiliary equation, that is 2.5 s to the power 2 plus k is equivalent to 0. Now we need to substitute the k margin value in this. By doing that, I will be getting 2.5 s square plus k margin value is 3.75 is equivalent to 0. Take this 3.75 to the right hand side, 2.5 s to the power 2 is equivalent to minus 3.75. Take this 2.5 to the right hand side, s square is equivalent to minus 3.75 divided by 2.5. then this value will be equivalent to s square is equivalent to minus 3.75 divided by 2.5, nothing but here we are going to get 1.5. Now by taking this power to, that is to the right hand side, we'll get s is equal to root of minus 1.5, that is root of minus is plus or minus j root of 1.5. So now by comparing this s is equal to plus or minus j omega, that is omega value we are getting here now, omega is equivalent to root of 1.5, and this root of 1.5 value is 1.22 radians per second. Now this is the frequency of sustained oscillation for K margin 3.75. Hope you understood this problem and the concept of marginal value of K. For more such videos, like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.